Yeah, hello, MS Awareness Week, Day 4. Today I was going to talk about when I was released in 2007 back into the wild with my diagnosis of MS. Nothing had changed, it was all still the same, so I was expected to carry on. I still felt very, very strange. By that time, the double vision had stopped. I'd had that for about 5 or 6 weeks, so that had stopped when I come out of hospital, but a lot of the other symptoms were still there, so I was still feeling very peculiar. I did sort of carry on for a while, working and playing sports, like I said, and like bloody Bob Fleming of the Fast Show. Right, so you're sort of stuck, and the people that you then meet through Facebook groups and MS groups are just amazing. There's lots of people that I would never ever have met, our paths would never have crossed if it wasn't for multiple sclerosis, and I'm thankful for that. And the nurses, absolutely amazing, kind people. They really care, and you really need someone to ask you how are you feeling, what's happening, and mean that. You really do. And, I've been very lucky, and I've not heard anyone else say they've had bad nurses. I mean, Susan Holmes, my first one, was just amazing. She sorted me out. I mean, I had this attack, and the doctor said I needed steroids, and back and forth to 2 different chemists messing me about. 11 days later, I didn't have the steroids, and the steroids can speed up an attack. And an average attack lasts about 6 weeks, and my attacks lasted 6 weeks. So, and steroids would speed that up. So you could have that done and dusted in like 2 weeks if you were lucky. So I really wanted these steroids, and she rang up, and I had them that afternoon. She was just so amazing. But then she just left one day. No words, no saying, what do you think about me leaving, Christian? Because I would have said you're not doing it, but no consultation. She was replaced with one special lady called Diane Marshall, and I would have married her tomorrow. She was just as fantastic as Susan. I just couldn't believe it. How were they going to replace Susan? And they did. And everyone I've spoken to, I've not heard a bad word about them. My neurologist is Dr. Hari Krishnan. He is just a lovely man, a really kind man. And if your appointment's at 10 o'clock in the morning, you don't expect to see him until about 1, because he just gives everybody just so much time. It's unbelievable. I mean, you don't mind waiting because you just know how good he is and how kind he really is. What I had written down to talk about today was the EDSS score, which is really boring. It's a scale between 0 and 10, 10 being dead, where everyone with disability falls on. I'm 6 because I use 1 stick, so that's where that puts me. If I use 2, that puts me up 6.5. So, not that it makes any difference, but that's what I wrote down to talk about. There's not a lot really much more to say about that, really. So I don't know why I wrote that. I think it's really important to stay as active as possible. I go to a pub quiz once a fortnight, or try to. I've sort of not been for a couple of weeks because one thing and another. But we do get involved with a charity called Sportability, which is amazing. With those, we've been quad biking, we've done archery, indoor skydiving, we flew a plane. Just amazing. We're going next month. We're going quad biking and clay pigeon shooting. So that'll be interesting. That'll be good because I've never done clay pigeon shooting, so I've always wanted to do that. And we also go to a cyclo park, which is up in Gravesend. They've got recumbent bikes, so I use a recumbent foot bike because I can do that. Because I tried the tricycle, but my foot just kept falling off the pedal, and I used to have to pick my leg up, put my hands underneath my knee, and put my leg back on the pedal. And 3 or 4 rotations, it just fell off. So that was just quite frustrating. But the recumbent bike is just amazing. I can just cycle pretty much like I used to cycle, laying down, so I can have a sleep if I want. Nancy uses, my girlfriend Nancy, she uses the recumbent hand bike. She can't use her feet to pedal, so she's good at that. I thought she would struggle, but she's really quite good at that. So yeah, I think that is very important to just try whatever it is, because it's really easy just to say no. Do you want to do this? No. When I feel better, when I feel like this, when I feel like that. To be honest, you're not really going to feel 100% with MS. You never really. You have good days, but it's not 100%. It's not the old you. So you can keep saying no until those opportunities dry up or you're not able. So whilst you're able, try and do as much as you can, and try and stay in contact with as many people as you can. And yeah, that's all I try and do. Try and mix with as many. Probably waffling on a bit now, aren't I? Because I've run out of things to say. Right, I will see you all tomorrow. What was I talking about tomorrow? I think we can talk about the therapy centre down in Canterbury, or maybe talk about the emotional side of MS, because a lot of people struggle with their emotions. So we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.